So that's something that you can do with future young playwrights that want to get into the industry and find out where it really hits them, because that's how you know how serious someone is about the craft. Because I'm not a playwright. I don't intend to be a playwright. I'm not getting I am a radio broadcaster, radio personality, and my craft is sound. And, making sure that everything is correct, but after talking with a lot of playwrights, especially last week, we were hitting on financial. This week we're hitting on the personal view of what a playwright goes through. How has it affected you as your family and your relationship as a playwright? Do you recommend someone to be a single individual being a playwright, or did you recommend them to? And how hard is it for a married person or someone in a relationship to be a playwright? Go ahead and tell us.
Well, I think it can get both ways. It's an awesome experience if you're married or in a relationship and your partner truly supports your dreams and your visions, and they actually bring out the best in you. Now, it can be a negative thing if they're not. So sometimes, the single people, it is an advantage because you don't have to worry about someone having negative views or not really supporting you. But if you can get that type of support, it is awesome. And it's a juggling act, regardless, even if they are supportive, juggling your entertainment life as well as your personal life, your family. It is a job, and it's a juggling act, but it's well worth it to me.
So how has your family been supportive to you in this endeavor?
Well, for one, they actually go see my shows, which is awesome. They are there sort of like a sounding board, even if they do not know what I'm even talking about. They listen, and they just push me. They push my pen. That's what I always say, and they're always on me about my shows and when you're going to do this and have you done that. They keep me on my toes, and I'm thankful for that support.
So they keep you on your toes, and
they do.
Okay. So there's plenty of young playwrights listening to our show right now. What is it if you were sitting face to face with one of the playwrights, a young, inspiring playwright, I'll say, what would you tell them? Would you tell them to get into this game, or would you tell them to sit back?
Well, I would say if you truly feel like this is your gift, your passion, go for it. I would also say find a mentor, find somebody that will take you under their wing, and it can help, avoid some of the mistakes that we had to go through. There's people out there willing to help young playwrights, and that's the only way that theater is going to continue anyway. We got to keep people writing plays. We got to keep that passion growing. So I truly support young playwrights. And if I may, on that note, I'd like to say I'm actually going to be executive producing a few shows. This young playwright is out of Greenville, North Carolina. His name is Demario Carr. And it's called The Boombox Live. And it's a show like no other. It is actually a gospel mime stage play. I witnessed it a couple of weeks ago, and it just won me over. It is awesome. It's an anti-bullying play, and it's not just for the young people. It's for an audience of any age. So be looking out for the Boombox Live. So yeah, young playwright, stay strong. Be ready to learn. You got to come in with kind of a thick skin. If you don't have it, well run. But definitely find a mentor.
So you're real hard on your cast, I take it, huh? You say you got to have a thick skin. So you're like Debbie Allen of stage production, huh? You got your big stick slamming on the floor, huh? Is that what I'm taking it, Miss Tracy J?
A little bit aggressive, but it's necessary. When you want to bring out the best and you want to put quality work on the stage, you've got to be a little bit aggressive, And only those who, what I call the survivors, those are the ones who are truly in it to win it. And that's all I want to be involved in is winners.
Wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want to be a part of this wonderful production, y'all got to give us a call at 708-343-3906. That's 708-343-3906. Smooth 90.5 FM, WGSJBC Radio. And don't forget, we're going to have Miss Tracy J's, her play Billfold and Bill Play on our website at WGSJBCRadio.com. That's WGSJBCRadio.com. Rob J. Afternoon Drive Show. We're live with Miss Tracy J. And she's talking about her wonderful play. Where can they contact you at if they want to be a part of your production?
Well, if you'd like to submit, visit the website, the flagentertainonline.com. Flagentertainonline.com.
Okay. How, a lot of people, if they sat in front of a playwright, they would ask them, or probably be a little afraid to ask them questions. We have had Victor Gully on here talking live. We've had Shelley Garrett. We've had numerous great playwrights from Rory Sheriff, and we've had so many. I don't want to continue to leave no one out, but they have given Playwright Tuesday a new twist on how and what it takes to be in this craft. Because it's not about doing stage work, it's about doing stage production. And but what is it that you feel that would classify your work? Is it more from personal experience? Is it from reflecting on community work, or how would you bring out your work? How would you classify it?
Well, it's based upon personal experience, and also either it's someone else's experience that I personally know. So either way, it's true life stuff. There's I can only write about what I know about. That's how I write.
So how long does it take you to write a good piece?
Oh, wow.
Am I stumping you today? I'm just getting you. You're like, oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, because I'm in the middle of, writing a new script right now. So, they just reminded me back to the pen. But, it takes, for me, maybe, if I stay steady, about 4 or 5 months, because it has to go through several rewrites, because I do send my scripts to be critiqued by others in the industry that, have the right to critique work. So, it's not just what I just write and that's the end all. It does go through, other rewrites.
Okay, so if y'all want to be a part of this and want more information, y'all got to give me a call at 708-343-3906. I'm stomping playwrights today. That's what I'm doing. I'm stomping playwrights. I'm leaving them so they'll stomp you in their play. You come and see and get you on a cliffhanger. I'm putting them on a cliffhanger today. I'm not trying to blow y'all out. I just want to get a true feel what it takes to be in the shoes of a playwright. And that's what I want my listeners to understand and who are listening. I said we have a total of 500 listeners today here in Chicago, and we have a total of over 2,000 listeners listening live right now. I'm looking at all these listeners, and we just stomping everybody with this. So if you were to do this all over again, why?
Why would I do it all over again?
Yes, why would you do it all over again?
I would do it all over again because, for me, my life depends on it. My very existence depends on it. This is my gift. This is my passion. This is what I was put on this earth to do, is to be a playwright.
Okay. So that's your gift, your passion, your dream, your baby.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Live here on Smooth 90.5 FM, WGSJBC Radio. We got Miss Tracy J. Miss Tracy J live here, calling all the way in. So are you going to bring one of your plays to Chicago anytime soon?
I'm working on that now, and I'm looking forward to participating in the Taste of Theater in October. So I'm just waiting on information for that. So I'm excited to be able to possibly present a scene there at that showcase. But yeah, I'm looking to actually bring a show to Rockford.
Rockford? Oh,
yes.
Come on. Why you got to go all the way to Rockford 2 hours away? No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm worth it.
You hear
I'm
that?
definitely worth it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? She says she is worth it.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to make it an effort to come all the way out there 2 hours, as long as there's no construction traffic.
Please do. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee you that.
Okay. Where at in Rockford are you having your play at?
Well, right now, that's what we're going through is the venue thing. That's another thing with theater, trying to get these venues when you're not yet on that Tyler Perry level where you're booking arenas. You know, you have to stay within budgets and all that good stuff. So hopefully we'll have something confirmed in the next few weeks.
We talked about budget yesterday, not yesterday, but last week, we talked about budget and finances. Mm-hmm. Can you give me your view on how has the finances been for you as a playwright? What has it really taken? Did you just jump right in and get investors, or did you have money coming out of your pocket like Dr. Willie Wilson, who's running for the mayor of Chicago? $1 million. Did you have $1 million just flap right out?
No, I do not, and still do not have $1 million. I started out, and I still am self-producing. I have done a couple of shows that were booked by other promoters, but for the most part, it's self-producing at this point.
How many people are in your cast?
There's about 6.
6? So you have a small production.
Yeah, it's written to travel. It's expensive to travel a whole lot of folks. So my show was written to be able for us to pack up and just travel with it.
So you do a lot of traveling for your station. You're not stationary. You do more traveling?
Right.
Okay, so if someone wanted to have your production where would you do it at? High school theater, church, community theater? Where would you have your work displayed at?
Well, nothing against churches at all, because it just depends on your production and if it suits that type of venue. But for me, I don't do any churches. Mostly, auditoriums and theaters. I have done high schools, but a lot of high schools have really nice theaters because they have great drama curriculum, so they have nice theaters as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you want to tell the listeners out there?
Well, I would like to say, please support us playwrights, support us locally, your local playwrights. Don't wait until they, quote, blow up and then you have to pay the $70 price for a show. Support them now. This is the grassroots. This is when we need you the most is now. And for me, I know in my area there is a lack of that. So a lot of, times I have to go out to present my shows, and nothing against my hometown, but it's just that we need to support. I don't think it's just playwrights. I think it's entertainment, period. So just really, really, really do your best and please try to support. And then not only if you can't make a show, you can still buy a ticket. Your money still is needed to support what we're trying to do. And just, just being honest. And just check me out.